we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say...
Okay.
Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to my office. I suppose you wonder why I called you here today. Well, we're having a meeting. So first, let me say, hello, it's me, Mario. Woohoo! Mamma mia! To all my friends in Vienna, you're number one. Woohoo! Austriato, ha ha!
You're amazing.
Oh, it's so much fun. I think the luckiest guy in the world is what I am. I do what I love to do in life, doing these voices and having fun playing the characters. And then I get the thrill and the joy and the privilege of coming around the world and meeting people who love Mario games. And, it's such a gift to do what you love to do, be recognized for it, travel the world meeting wonderful people, talking about it, and you come to a place like Vienna Comic Con, and it's such a joy. I'm always so grateful to be invited to a place where you get to experience a new culture, food, people, and then the most wonderful thing is the fans of the work that you do. People come up to me, and Mario has significance for them for their whole lives, and I hear so often you're the voice of my childhood, and and I've grown up with you, and now my kids are growing up with you, and it's a huge honor. It's a huge privilege to do something like that, and it's always what I wish for everybody is you do what you love to do in life. You seek your happiness, try to fulfill your dreams and follow your heart, whatever that means to you, and explore your passions, because life is so short. And it's so brief, and in this encapsulated moment, the intensity of life, when you're focused on joy and focused on happiness, it changes the world for that better. So.
And we all can see and hear that you do what you do and you have fun with doing it.
Yeah, so it's so great.
It's wonderful.
It's so great. Yeah, it's what I wish for everybody, is do what you love.
And would you tell me, how did you come to this? Did you say, oh, cool, there's an audition, they just need my voice?
Well, I was doing what actors do, sitting on the beach, reading a book, waiting for the phone to ring, and the phone rang, and I'm like, and I, hello? And it was a friend of mine, he said, hey, you got to go crash this audition, because, it's for a job, it's going to be in Las Vegas, and it's real-time animation, and I'm going to do the show, you should go crash this audition. And I said, there is absolutely no way I would ever crash an audition. But I left the beach, got in my car, shaked my stuff out, and drove downtown San Francisco, found a parking space, which is like, you don't expect to see that every day. And then as I'm walking in the door, he's walking out the door, the producer with the cameraman behind him, like, oh, the camera. Hi, can I read for this? And he goes, oh, come on. Oh, all right, come on inside. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn, okay? So you're a voice in a video game character called Mario. But we're going to have a hidden camera, hidden microphone, and you're going to have to talk to people all day long, and we have no idea if this is going to work or not. But if it doesn't work, I'm not going to pay you to drink coffee. So make up a voice, make up a video game or anything you want, start talking, and when you run out of things to say, that's your audition. And I'm thinking to myself, Italian plumber from Brooklyn, get out of my face, I'm waking here. Hey, what do you want from me already? And I thought, no, I can't do that. I've got to do something more gentle, because what if there are children there? And I thought, I'll do something nice. I'd done Gremio and Taming of the Shrew a few years before. Nice Italian guy, talk like this. Then I could do something like that, but young and more vivacious and happy and, and just running around. But I don't know anything about video games. The only games that I ever played were pong pong, and then waka 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 waka, And I'm thinking, well, I'll just make things up, and I like food, so I'll make up food. And I hear action, I go, hello, I'm a Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together. And I started making pizzas, and then I would chase you with a pizza, and then you would make a pizza and chase me with a pizza. And I thought, okay, that'll be it. And he didn't say cut. And he said, I remember the direction was, don't stop until you run out of things to say. This is a very dangerous thing to say to me, as you can tell, because I never stop. So I made the lasagna pans running up and down the hill, and spaghetti meatballs up and down the hills, and tortellini, linguine. I just kept going and going and going. And actually the director turned to the cameraman and said, do you think if we left right now and came back after a couple of martinis that he'd still be there? And the guy goes, yeah, let's go, let's try it, you know. Because I did catch them out the door. And sure enough, I just kept going and going. You know, dish pans and running, gun the kitchen sink, and all of a sudden I heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more videotape. Thank you. We'll be in touch. And I thought, from this pained look on his expression, I thought, dun, 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 dun. That's all, folks. So I went back to the beach and I catch the sunset. I'm like, it's so pretty. Reading my book and you know, the San Francisco sunsets are sometimes really great. And I, you know, go home. Well, it turns out he gets on the phone. He calls Nintendo. He says, I found our Mario. I got him. And that was the only tape of the, I don't know how many actors that he saw in different cities, but that was the only tape he sent. And they said, and I quote, woohoo! And that was, you know, that was 27 absolutely magnificent years ago. Yeah.
And the star was born.
It was so much fun. And then one day I went in to do another game, and there's Waluigi. And you know, and Wario, have a day. You know, and then there's Luigi number one. And then I go in one day, and there are the babies that, Mamma Mia! You know, I say, oh, you know, and then it's just been one gift after another, you know. And then to be invited by Reed Pop to come here for Vienna Comic Con, it's just another tremendous gift.
It seems it isn't hard at all for you to change within these voices. It's so natural.
Well, there's so much in me, you know. There's so much a part of you. I think that's a great thing about acting is, you know, the character has to be real inside of you. Yeah. So the joy of Mario has to be real inside of me and amplified, and all the characters have to be real. And I'm in touch with those characters because I kind of live them every day. If I'm having a good morning, it's like, yippee, here we go. If I'm not having a good morning, it's like, why do I always drop the coffee beans? You know.
You mentioned Mr. Miyamoto. Mm-hmm. Did you ever meet him?
I see him every year. He's an absolutely magnificent person. You know, somebody who really created an entire world of joyful fun for so many millions and billions of people now. And he's just kind and considerate and thoughtful and humble. Just a lovely person. If more people loved what they do, we wouldn't have time for bad things.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah.
You are not only the voice of these wonderful Nintendo characters, but you also, I have to read it because I'm not into it that much, I'm sorry.
Bring you to the throat of the world. Martinet, which makes me completely thrilled and joyful, you know, because I like being a dragon. It's fun to be a dragon. It's a different hat, and now you can throw the hat and become the dragon, so it's all working out just as I planned. And you know, there's another game too, Bit Trip Runner 3. Bit Trip Runner 3, you know. Hello, I'm Charles Martinet, and you're not. You know, and that's another game that is coming onto Switch, and that just makes me joyful, because it's just so lovely.
It's so great to listen to you, really, because it is so full of passion, and you really, it's just wonderful, and you answered everything I wanted to know without me asking you.
Oh, good.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, because eventually you'll say to me, stop talking.
No.
Thank you, there's no more tape.
Keep going, no.
There are no more computer chips.
So, last question.
Anything.
Do you want to do it until you die?
Yeah,
forever?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I want to do this for the rest of my life. Because what's wrong with doing what you love, traveling the world, meeting wonderful people, working with wonderful people, and meeting people from 80 to, or 90 to the age of one who smile and laugh just because I go, yippee! Yeah. I mean, what could be more of a gift than that? There is no work when you love what you do. It's only joyful experience in life, and I have that, and I have to say I'm grateful for every second of it. You know, I often think of my own self-criticism as I'm not grateful enough because I don't stop long enough to say, wow, what a wonderful life. So I try to do that more and more.
It seems to be, really, because there are so many fans, from little ones, big ones, as you said. And we have a son, he's my husband, and we have a son, he's just 5, and he plays since he's 2, I think.
Oh, that's so great.
He loves this voice and this character so much, and he dresses up like Mario all the time, and he loves it so much. And when we will tell him, we didn't tell him that we meet you because he would be, so we will tell him after this.
We'll
and
figure out
so,
something,
yeah,
some way to
he's
say hello.
So, oh yeah, that's great. And so I have.
You know, it's just the character is so full of joy.
Yes.
And there's something about joy and happiness that is, you can't be around joy and not feel it.
That's
you know,
right.
you can't be surrounded with love and not feel love. You know, and so that character to me is so pure and so wholesome and so completely about love and completely about adventure, optimism, and that sort of higher resonance of humanity that's in this character that people love. And it's such an honor for me to do that and be a part of that experience.
Thank you very, very much for this magnificent interview. Really,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for meeting you.
Oh yes,
it's
my
an
pleasure. It's a
for
real
us.
pleasure.
Very
And
for us.
thank you very much for playing my games. You're number one.
Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah! Come on.